Hello everyone, and welcome to a longer presentation of ThemePro as part of the Show and Tell track of InterSpeech 2021. In the previous video, we showed a very simple example of how thematic progression can be analyzed through our web service, right? That example was a super simple continuous progression. In this video, I'm going to input a longer text where other types of progression can be visualized. So let's go to the ThemePro main page and copy paste this bigger, longer text and complex one. Again, you can always show and hide the input text with the show and hide button and visualize syntactic trees passed with spacing. So all the trees, reference chains, not many in this case. Thematicity, as you can see, there are 9 sentences, and there are other elements apart from theme and rime. You can see some SP that stands for specifier that sets the context of the sentence. If you remember, we talked about the theme, what we are talking about, the rime, what's said about the theme, and the specifier would be the context of each sentence, right? So again, thematic progression would analyze how these highlighted themes will evolve throughout this whole bunch of sentences. In this case, there are several paragraphs. We don't take into account paragraphs in our implementation. And one peculiar thing that you can see is that sometimes sentences can be fully thematic and fully rhymatic, right? So we'll see how this works in thematic progression. So again, with colors, right? Theme and rime highlighted in yellow and red. And in block 2, we have this brochure, which is a new theme. It's a new introductory theme, so to say. There's no connection between the previous theme and this one. But in the third sentence in block 2, the theme, more detailed information, is connected to the previous rime. It's assigned to give a general overview. So this is computed with the work-to-back module that we use in our backend, right? And again, another example would be here, right? Under the Education Act, children, which is the theme, must begin to attend school in the year in which they reach the age of 6 prior to the 1st of October. And now the second sentence in this block talks about the new term, which is clearly connected from a semantic point of view to the previous rime, right? And again, in block 5, we have another example of a continuous theme, primary school, right? And the word in German, that is derived from must attend school for a minimum of 10 years. In this case, it would be a case of split rime. It's talking about one part of a theme, of the rime, sorry. So it would be this kind of progression rather than the simple linear progression, right? So only talking about one part of the rime, right? We do not label all these types of thematic progression, but we just provide the visualization of where sentences come from, right? In this block 5, right, the third sentence, students, this theme is derived from the previous rime, right? Before students move on to secondary school, and then we continue talking about students. So if we take a look at this final block, you will see that we start talking about children and young people, then we talk about primary school, that was the new information in the first sentence, then we talk about students, that was the new information in the second sentence of this block. All in all, we pass all these blocks to the synthesis engine and click on the synthesis button to generate the WAV file. As you can see now, the WAV file is generating. You can play it, you can download it if you wish to actually test how TTS does, right? And the important thing, all these blocks allow the user to interact with information systems, right? Where we have an agent that is inputted a very long piece of text, right? Sometimes a very complex text. In this case, it might not be from the content point of view very complex, but it has a lot of information. So this methodology allows the human to interact with the agent in a kind of step-by-step way, right? So it allows the agent to, it allows the user, sorry, to ask questions or follow up things or repeat this information or clarify this information to the agent. So that's it from me. Thank you for your attention and hope to catch up with you in the show and tell session in InterSpeech. Bye.